within 5.5 years, running a 7-figure business, buying fancy looking watches, retiring his parents, buying them a home. This is David Pere, and we're going to talk about how he went from dead broke in the Marine Corps to millionaire real estate investor and educator within 5.5 years, helping service members and vets achieve financial freedom, running a 7-figure business, buying fancy looking watches, retiring his parents, buying them a home, doing all the things, meeting celebrities, and who cares? Also, who knows if any of that's true? Here's the thing. So I watched these two videos.
If you guys still don't believe us, we're in my boy's base right now.
This is Faisal, and he's gonna tell us how he went from being stationed in the Middle East to coming back to the United States and making over $300,000, working with multimillionaires, and now he's about to retire his parents at the age of 19, all while active duty Army.
Look at me.
This is Unikim. He's gonna tell us how he went from working a retail job with only $200 in his bank account to joining the Navy and making over $100,000, buying his parents a house, meeting many business icons, and becoming a COO for a $1 million company.
So this is Aaron Batley. He's a YouTuber. No shade on him, right? His videos are absolutely, these ones blew up. The reason I was drawn to them is because I was like, damn, he got some freaking views on how service members and vets achieve financial freedom. That's my niche. I don't get those kinds of views, so I was like trying to figure out what it is, and what I noticed is like both these videos, you notice they both start with like $0 to X dollars. One bought parents a house, one retired parents, met famous people, did all the things. They're both about like kind of the guru flashy side of finance, which, you know, if you watch my Instagram, you know I'm not necessarily a huge fan. Also, I made the joke about the flashy watch, and this is a Casio that my former mother-in-law bought me, and I haven't even replaced the battery in it, so I'm joking. I do have a couple nice watches, but this one just looks sick, and it's really quite reasonably priced, especially because it was a gift. That being said, here's some of the issues I have with this. So I watched the videos, I went through them, and basically both guys, this is the story. It doesn't like give you the how or the soup to nuts or any, basically both of them were serious about making some money, cool. Bought a course on making some money and then started doing sales. I think one was like selling courses and one was like selling for a company that was, you know, it is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, sales is a great job. I mean, my sales guys made $20,000 last month. So like there's definitely some room to make money there. But it is what it is. Like this is the flashy kind of like, you know, one of them bought Tai Lopez's course, and Tai Lopez isn't even allowed to sell courses. Like the FTC rained down on him. It was like, you will never sell educational content again. So who knows how legit any of that was. And then the point being, this isn't like easily replicable. Like, yeah, you could go get a sales job on the side. You can make a little bit of extra money if you're good at sales, if you're a killer. And then like maybe from there, you can branch onto whatever. But these guys, basically what they did is they took on a different form of W-2, a different form of income production, you know, working for their cash, and then they spent that money on things. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I mean, it's definitely noble to retire your parents or buy your parents a home or whatever, and like the hustle, the grind. But like none of this is building the generational wealth. Like I wouldn't put this as getting rich or building wealth or achieving financial freedom in the military. I would put this as finding a good skill that pays well. Like this is the first step. You find a way to make more money. After that comes the actual like getting rich, building wealth, whatever, right? Like I said, I have a 7-figure business. I will hit 7 figures this year in this brand. That being said, I don't clear seven figures. I don't. I pay myself $60,000 a year. And yeah, there's money that I run through the business for, you know, business related expenses that you could probably say helps me as well. But all in, I'm not making as much as you would think off a 7-figure business because there's a ton of expenses that go into this. So while they're getting the straight up capital out of sales and everything else, they're not getting the long term, right? Like I can slowly reduce expenses and crank up how much I pull out of this. I can continue to scale and crank up how much I get out of this. We're going to be a $5 or $10 million business in the next 2 to 3 years, right? And assuming we do that, the money that we bring in will be incredible. But that's not where I started building wealth. I started building wealth through easily replicable and scalable things like real estate investing, index funds, thrift savings plan. And I agree with his premise that you can very easily go from zero to lots of money in the military. If you talk to anybody who's in the War Room Mastermind, which, speaking of, a word from our sponsor today. Today's sponsor is the War Room Mastermind, the #1 mastermind group for service members and veterans. And I can't even take myself seriously doing that. But you should check it out. If you're serious about achieving financial freedom and really improving your situation, check out the War Room. You can hop on a free call with my team. We'll talk to you all about it and help point you in the right direction, even if you're not necessarily a best fit for the mastermind right now. That being said, back to this. I just don't like the flashy side of getting rich. Never have. It doesn't stick. Not easily replicable. Not everybody's going to succeed as a salesperson. That being said, house hacking, like buying a fourplex and renting out 3 of the units with the VA loan, or buying a 5-bedroom house and renting out 3 or 4 of the bedrooms and using the VA loan, is a lot easier. No barrier to entry to get into, right? 0 down VA loan. It's easier to get into. It's scalable, right? You can do it multiple times. It's predictable. It's the get rich slow. Like, I don't like the get rich fast schemes. I don't think they set a realistic expectation for the fact that it takes work. Like, yeah, I run a 7-figure business right now. I've been at it for 6.5 years, right? Like, not an immediate thing. The real estate, 5.5 years, I hit $1 million net worth, financially free, all the things, and it was great. But it's not easy. It takes time. It's not fast. It's simple. It's replicable. It takes effort. It takes constantly analyzing deals. It takes writing offers. It takes all the things. And I could show you 100 people in the community that have gone from 0 to millionaire or 0 to financially free in the last few years that we've been working with them. But that doesn't mean that it's fast. It's just predictable, easily replicable, simple, and it will work over time. And I much prefer those levers. So I don't know. All in all, the videos are catchy. They're good, but they didn't give me any like how. They didn't give me any, actionable things. And I don't really know that sits well with me. Like, knowing what it takes to achieve financial freedom, I'd much rather say, grab a free download of my book. There's a link down below. Go read it. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Or join the free Military Millionaire Facebook group. You can ask any question in there and you'll get answers, and we'll help point you in the right direction. Or when you're serious about achieving financial freedom, join the War Room. We've got 350 plus people that are going towards that goal right now, 100 plus that have already hit it, and we're just helping people crush it. It's not fast. It's not sexy. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's replicable. It's repeatable. It's going to work in the long run as long as you avoid major mistakes. We'll help you avoid major mistakes. And while I think helping your parents out is noble, I think that I would say both of these people had not necessarily set themselves up for long-term wealth, and helping their parents out that much so early on was a little short-sighted. Like, Yoon had $140,000. He spent 100 of it on his parents' house. Well, now he's got to start back. And yeah, there's something to be said for the hustle, but what if he'd taken that 140 and turned it into 2 million instead of starting at 40? Like, that's, then you can help your parents out even more. And you're not taken away from your own capital to achieve financial freedom. And Faisal's making really good money, but he's only been at it for a little while, so time will tell how consistent that is, like how long he's able to do it. And so, retiring your parents is great, but that's a pretty significant financial burden when you're still early in the game, right? So I would say maybe do like the old adage, you can't put somebody else's mask on in the plane. You've got to put your mask on, get oxygen flowing to your mask, then help somebody else. Because you're no use if you help them out and then you pass out, right? That doesn't help anyone. But if you take care of yourself, then you can help other people with very little risk. So I prefer that they lay that foundation a little bit better. And I guess the last piece that I would throw in here is when you start seeing like the flashy pics with the celebrities all over the place, just be wary. I mean, I didn't dig through all those photos, but I would imagine 90% of them are like photo ops after that person spoke. Not actually, I know this person. And I know that because I've done it. Like, I've got pictures with Kim Kiyosaki, Hulk Hogan, Jocko Willink, I know Brandon Turner, all these different kind of high wig people, Tom Bilyeu, and like all 4 of those are people who were speakers at an event that I had a photo op with. I didn't really have a meaningful conversation, though I will say Hulk Hogan said I was the best dressed there. But like, I didn't have a meaningful conversation. I didn't get any nuggets from him other than the presentation. It wasn't a special invite. It wasn't like, I'm not boys with Hulk Hogan. He would not recognize me. Neither would Jocko Willink. Like, they don't know me. I have a picture with them. So just know that people are flashing those a lot, and it's like, cool, man, you got to shake his hand and take a picture for like 10 seconds as they shuffled you through the line for the next person. So just be wary. Don't fall for all the flashy stuff, like the nice looking watches and whatever. It's all a gimmick. That being said, hope you got something out of this. Make sure you subscribe. Have a great fucking day.